Hi, everyone, and welcome back. This is the fourth video in our series. I'm Dr. Maureen Hayes from Galveston, Texas, and I'm joined by my colleagues, Dr. Lee Osler from Richland, Washington, and Dr. Bill Williams from Atlanta, Georgia. We've been sharing a message of hope and help, especially to our colleagues out there who have found themselves, through no fault of their own, without a business or a practice because they've been totally shut down. So we've talked a little bit about a breakthrough that we've all come across that we were introduced to mostly from a personal reason. And then we found that there was actually an income that could be generated from it as well. So we're helping people have better financial health as well as physical health in these trying times. The product that we talk about helps to boost your immunity. And by sharing it with others and sharing this good news, there is a way for you to generate a income right now, as well as a residual income. In our last video, Dr. Lee went through showing you how to have an income that can equal having a certain amount of money in the bank. So if you're looking for making $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, or even less, how much money would you have to have in the bank at a certain percentage to generate that income? And how we can show you with this model how you can generate that income on a residual basis without having anything in the bank, especially at a time where most of us are seeing our retirement investments dwindle. So it's always great to have a plan B. We talked about that in the last video. Please watch our first 3 videos. And today we're going to talk about a call to action. If you find yourself in a position where you need immediate income or would like to generate a residual income, all while making a difference while you're making this income in other people's lives, then we have a program that will probably work very well for you. So we'd like to touch upon that today and ask you to join us in our mission to share information. Thank you. Dr. Lee, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, this is a call to action, isn't it? We've been marginalized. We've been deeply affected. We're at this moment in time isolated and under some degree of quarantine. It obviously will lift, and we need to protect ourselves from the idea that, well, when we get back to business, it'll be over, it'll be different than now, and we'll be okay. And it's like, I'm not convinced that that will be the case. Maybe I'm a little pessimistic, I don't know, but I'm also looking at this with an optimistic point of view, and that is, where's the market right now? Where's the market shifting? Do you want to get in front of that market in a multiple number of ways and sell into the market? Think if you were to, if we've already made the case that maybe I do need something, I need a side gig, a different business, additional income, some insurance, you know, in that regard to, so I don't have to really alter my lifestyle or whatever. The question is, well, what would you do? We've kind of made the point, well, you could do lawn care, you could sell insurance, you could author books, you could put up blogs and charge for them and get readership and followers. I mean, those are all possible to do. But what we're proposing is a done-for-you type of business where you don't really have to invest anything but your time and your ability to communicate with other people and educate them or simply share. You don't even have to have the knowledge because the tools are all there. If you were to go into business as a side gig or a side hustle, think about what product you're going to have, the website that you need to create, the creation or the marketing or the distribution or the warehousing or the financing, the banking, the advertising pieces, the video platforms. I mean, you just like it's almost insurmountable, not that it can't be done. And some people certainly have that talent. But don't think of you, think about the masses. Get this in front of other people who are in the same situation, and that's riding the wave. That's getting in front of the next bit of momentum. And I think that's what one of the things that we're trying to communicate here is this, whatever it is you do, you want to be in front of the market from both a health, because that's the dominant thing in the global. This is a global marketplace. It's not just people that want to have pretty skin or a different hair, health or whatever. Everybody who has a cell is a candidate, as in CELL. And so it's a global marketplace, thankfully.
It's awesome. You know, I appreciate that perspective, and I had to laugh because, the product, although it does make our cells healthy, it does seem to make our skin and hair look better too. So, so some side benefits of all this. So thank you. It is a global market. And Dr. Bill, you are, you have always been about multiple streams of income and have taught so many people over many years about how to make the most money through different avenues in their practice, in their profession, as well as side businesses as well. And right now, this has never been more important than it is. So if you could speak to that just very quickly, and also about the structure of our business and why we're almost a little bit, and I hate to say this, I don't want to jinx anything, but we're almost bulletproof right now in what's going on because of the product that we have and because of the way our business is set up. So could you speak to that?
Yeah, I don't think there's too many companies that can say that they had their best month ever in March. We are one of those. We had our best week ever this month in number of enrollees starting our business and also in total volume sales. So that part was put out by corporate. And so that's a true statement that the situation around the world has only benefited what we're doing. And it's all because there's a need right now. You find a need and fill it, and that's pretty much what we're trying to do. See, I can take somebody in 10 minutes and show them how to become a member so that they can immediately go out and start working the system, and they can start getting members to join because they referred them and start getting an income immediately. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes means you've got, 3 or 4 people duplicating what you just did. And it's all about duplication of the same system. And so like this is one of our systems is we have a series of videos and we share those with people. Now, perhaps you've been seeing Lee and I and Maureen for quite a while, and you've seen videos that we've sent to different people explaining different avenues of how we do this. So this is the Redox breakthrough, and this is the genesis story of how the company began. So those things are already put together for us. In my dental practice, I'll have a morning huddle every day. And so we have a Zoom call or a conference call every morning that you can attend to get motivation, to get information, to get education. Every night, same thing. You can have introductions that are given by somebody that's an expert. You don't have to know anything to be a part of our system except how to dial in to the system. And that's important for people to know that they don't have to become experts in what Lee's talking about because nobody knows NFR2 pathways like Lee. And nobody knows what that means, much less how to explain it to somebody else. But it's good to have a knowledgeable person at your beck and call. And that's what we have in our system is we have experts who are on call. And so I have the personal phone numbers of physicians, physical therapists, business leaders, multimillionaires who've been in the business that we're talking about enough years to explain anything. And so the system, it revolves around a new person taking the system and starting from scratch, sharing what they know through a video, and then doing a 3-way call with an expert. And once the expert validates what's going on, then that person has all the ability to do the same thing tomorrow, even that same day. And so the system works by itself, and all it takes is you, the person, to talk to people that you know. That's the key. You have to talk to people you know. It doesn't work if you don't do anything. And so as an educator, that's easy for people to just talk to people they know. And you have friends, you have neighbors, you have family members, and that's where you start. But as your story grows, so does your business. The story is the propellant. When people have a magical turnaround in a health area, they become storytellers. And that's kind of the thing. And if you don't have a story yourself, you borrow one from somebody else because there's thousands of people. This is a business that's in 33 countries around the world. And there are tens of thousands of people with marvelous stories that we can leverage. And it's all about the leverage factor, not just in the number of people that join, because how many, Maureen, are there total in the world now that have joined?
Oh gosh, there's well over 100,000 associates, which when you think about it, we have 350 million people in the US, so it's not that great a number. Have probably that many or more product users or customers as well. Not everybody sees the value or previously has seen the value of doing this as a business. And, it's always left up to the individual how they
Yeah,
want
let me speak to that because in my personal case, and a third of the people that I talk to that are involved are members in Join, like Lee and you and I. A third of the people are just preferred customers who actually use the products and get it on a residual monthly basis on auto ship. And a third of the customers are retail. They'll buy it whenever they feel like it. That's just the way it is. And so of all the people you talk to, not everybody's going to be interested, but that's okay because everybody wants to be healthier. And so a lot of people take the product that are not members. And you don't have to worry about whether they're in or out. The main thing is that they have availability to get the product from you because we don't want them to get it from the wrong place. So we often talk about, have you seen the story that we put out about Amazon or eBay or anything where this fake product shows up and people are disappointed because it doesn't work? Maureen, would you speak to that?
Yeah, it's been a problem. There are people who maybe it's fake product, maybe it's expired product. I had one person call me because they were expecting, they had paid a fair amount for a tube of one of our products that really retails for about $50, and they had gotten it for $15 or $20. And when it arrived at their house, it was the small sample tube. And they said, "Can you do something about this?" And I was like, I'm so sorry. You bought it from a third party. You're not buying it from our company. You're only protected if you buy from a representative from our company. It's going to get you better customer service. It's going to get you a guarantee on the product, and it's going to protect you. So, we're always going to have people who are bargain hunters who are going to take the risk. But there's been so many other things, not just with our products, but with other products as well. It's best to get it from the company or from the company's representative. So thank you for bringing that up, Bill. That's been a real problem, and it's something that's being addressed by the company to protect the consumer.
It's not just Louis Vuitton's purse's problem.
I know it seems to be everybody's, but I love what you say, Bill, because it sounds to me like this business is that you care and then you share and you leverage other people. You leverage the tools the company has put out, and you leverage people like us or the many other professionals who have gone on. It can be daunting to people when they hear, especially if they go back a couple of videos ago when we were talking about the science. And even I am in awe of the knowledge, the fund of knowledge that Dr. Lee has regarding NRF2 and the antioxidants in our body and the different cascades. That would be a lot for a regular lay person to try to wrap their head around. Understand that you don't need to know that. You've got the experts in your back pocket who you can rely on, like Dr. Lee, like you, Dr. Bill, like me, and all the other healthcare professionals. And I'm a member of the Medical Professionals Board. There's a number of people. What we want you to do is point at those people and say those are learned, educated people who have a science background, who have seen the value in these products to share, take them themselves, share them with their families, and then share them at large. So, like Bill says, there's a system out there. We're asking you to join us. We're asking you to follow our system, and we can help you any way you like. So go ahead, Bill. Any more?
I have people calling me from all over the world, all over the country, texting me wanting to join. And so there is a tipping point that you reach where people start seeking you out. When you have been out there a while and people know that you're staying in the game, that's one of the keys to this whole process is staying in the game. And when you have persistence and you follow a system, you eventually have the avalanche going downhill. You're not traveling uphill to find customers. You're actually rolling downhill, developing customers with ease. And so you always find that there is that tipping point. And so this specific time in our lives where the dental offices are shut down, that's a great leveling point, that difficulty of finding people that want to do this is not so hard right now. And so I would say it's a good time to jump in. It's a good time for you, if not now, when? This is the best time.
I think that will go forward because the thinkers, those who are thinking ahead of the game, will realize that this isn't just a 2-month moment in time where everything is different. We're stigmatized now. We're going to be, there's a nuance to this that will perpetuate, and people are going to be thinking about, what do I do next time, or how do I get ahead? Maureen, you talk about digging your well before you're thirsty. This is about being prepared. You need some toilet paper, you need some food, you need some financial reserves, and you need a vehicle that will allow you to do to the optimum and leverage so that you can have something playing in your favor as you get yourself in front of where the market's going. That's what this is about. For me personally, I love that it's about health because that's my passion. And I can speak authentically about it. I felt the need to learn where the molecules and the electrons move just to satisfy my own OCD brain. But Bill is right. This is as simple as sharing, which is why we have this business model in the first place. No, we wouldn't even be telling people about this if there wasn't some kind of an incentive that would help move this conversation forward. And that's what we're tapping into. And that's a business thing. That's where the smart money is going.
Yeah, just remember, you're your own boss. You have no overhead. You have no stocking of supplies. You don't deliver anything. You don't have to create or finance any kind of a website. It's done for you. All the marketing materials are done for you. All you have to do is invite people. The invitation is the work. It's the entire work. And if you want to create a bigger business, showing other people how to invite people. So I would encourage everybody to look into it, get in front of the wave. Don't wait for the wave to pass you over.
Absolutely. And Bill, you brought up such a good point, because you guys, not that this is just for healthcare professionals or dentists specifically, but this is e-commerce, what we're doing. We can share over the web like this. You guys, part of the big problem is that you have clinics, you have employees, you have products coming in, you have that overhead that you have to have income coming in order to cover all of that to keep your business going. We don't have any of that. And so if you don't mind, we share, we care about people, we get the information out, we let them make the best decision for them. The ones who decide to join us in this business, they come on and we teach them to do what we're doing. We do the heavy lifting, we let the company do the heavy lifting, we let the experts do the heavy lifting. We ask them to go out and make the invitation. So they go out and they show it to them, they share the information, then they connect them with one of us. Would you say that's fair? And then we plug them in. What we need to do is plug them into the system so that they are educated, they hear other people's stories, especially before they have their own to tell, and they feel more convicted about what we're sharing with people to go out and share it with more. Is that a fair description?
We're offering people a vehicle. We have the social proof that it works. We have, in the time of social distancing, we have social networking working in our favor. It's a social game, very appropriate for the time that we live in.
And the other thing I would encourage is anybody listening to this at any point in time to personally experience it. We can sit here and academically talk about its merits, but until you personally experience, get some of the supplements, use it, and have a personal experience with it. That's how all of us got into this. We had a personal experience with the product and how it helped our health, and then we felt it, we knew it. Or we had a family member who experienced it. And I think that's an important thing, is just get your toe in the water,
So let's do a 1, 2, 3 on that. How does somebody get started?
Well, I would say get back to the person who shared this video with you. If they send it to you or referred you to it, go back to that person and ask how you can join up. If it was Dr. Lee or Dr. Bill or me, get back with us personally, or you can go to redoxdentistry.com and you can register there. We will keep you up to date on any other videos that we put out and make sure that you have the first three besides this one. And we can show you how to best join that serves your needs and maybe fits your budget as well, because there's a number of different ways that you can get started. But what you want to do is, just like Dr. Bill was saying, use the product yourself. Be your own case study, as we like to say. See what it happens and get it on the people that you care about as well, because sometimes you'll be a slow responder, but somebody around you might have just an incredible response to the product. It works better. The more good you can do for yourself, the better the Redox products work. And so we do have some other products that help you get the best bang out of your buck that have to do with nutrition and things like that. So we can educate you on those products as well in case and also for skincare. So if there's an interest there, we can educate you about those products. We can help you join us, whether it's as an associate, which is what we all did, because we get that to build that residual income. Excuse me, or if you want to come on just as a customer or even a retail customer and just put a toe in the water. So that's the next step. Join us, try the products, see the value, see what we are so excited about, why we're sharing this, especially in these trying times. And if you find yourself in need of an income, we can help you with that immediately and help you build that residual as well. But I want you guys to have the last word, because you do find yourselves in this situation right now. And of course you want all of your patients to benefit from this, but you probably know tons of other professionals, dental professionals, whether it's the dentists themselves or the hygienists, who could use a plan B right now. So, final words.
Yeah, I want to encourage everybody to take 10 minutes to make the effort, to make the call, do the text, send an email, and say, how can I start? And it takes 10 minutes to start your income creation vehicle. Now, 10 minutes might be the best 10 minutes you've ever invested. It only costs $40 to join as a member, so it's not like there's any big deal with the cost. The big deal is you just have to decide you want to do it and be part of the team. So we're open for team members to join us. We're also open for people just to use it as a product, of course, for your health. You decide. It's up to you. We'll invite you all to participate. Lee, you want to finish it up?
Yeah, to speak to the obvious that's out there, there's many people who might be watching this who would say, well, I would never do anything like that. I have a real job, or I'm a real doctor, or I have a real income, or whatever. And it's like, if it's been done, it's probably possible. And I strongly encourage the people watching this to come at this with an open mind. You have some, as I did, this for me at first was like a chicken bone sideways in my throat. And it took me a little bit of work to get past what this was about. This was a year and a half ago. It took me a while to process that personally. And once I did, and once my eyes opened and I saw what this really was a financial business vehicle with a formulaic compensation plan that was simply about sharing and telling and following up. That's all this is. And it's like, you don't need a PhD to be able to do this. This is neutral in that regard, the lowest and the highest among us. So just make sure that your own ego is not in the way. Check it at the door and sit down and with an open mind, look at what we've been telling you and laying out in front of you, because this is powerful. There's a lot of money that can be made, and that not everybody wants that. They just want the product, and that's fine. And there are the people that just need an extra 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 a month, and that's fine as well. The point is, it's up to you, but don't let this get in your way, and make sure that you recognize at this moment in time that we're addressing this, something profound has shifted the paradigm globally. This is a global thing, not just in your community. This is different. And because it's different, it creates opportunity. That's the paradigm shift. Everybody goes back to zero. So take advantage of that.
Absolutely. I love that. And it's very simple. All you do is you contact one of us, you get signed up, you order your products, you take your products, you share this with other people, you teach them how to sign up, how to order their products, take their products, and share it with others. That's all we do. And you know what? The product is powerful, and there's never been a greater time for the need for this product. So we can help a lot of people, and we can help a lot of people physically and financially. So thank you so much again for taking the time to watch our videos. We will be back with more, maybe getting into the nitty-gritty, showing you how to sign up. If you don't, the easiest way is just to contact one of us directly, or go to redoxdentistry.com and get registered there. Or
Make
go
sure
back.
that when you do, make sure that you tell us specifically how you found us. That will be very
Yes.
helpful.
Yeah.
Because if you were sent there by another associate, we want to make sure that we send you back to that person. So, but if you're finding this because Dr. Lee or Dr. Bill or I sent it to you, then please get registered there or get back to one of us personally. So I want to thank the gentleman for being on here, for taking the time to help educate you about this incredible breakthrough product that we have, and the value of the residual income that you can develop, the immediate income and the residual income. So Dr. Lee Osler, Dr. Bill Williams, thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll see you on the next video.